Hi boys and girls, today is Sunday, July 5th. It is the 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time, and I'm so glad that you are joining us this morning. I have two friends here, Carter and Kenley, who are going to be helping us out a little bit with our lesson for today. But what we really wanted to talk about first is today's gospel talks about if you ever have a worry. So with that, we want to think about a time when you had to carry something that was really, really heavy. Okay?
Just pretend heavy.
Yeah, if it's really heavy, okay? So Jesus talks about the heavy burdens, okay? So we can talk about if something is physically really heavy to carry, that means like it's hard to pick up, or we can also talk about our worries, and our worries can kind of weigh us down. So if you ever had something that was really bothering you, or if it was really heavy, did anyone help you when you were carrying it? And when they were doing that, did it make it better for you? So Carter and Kenley are going to show you what that could look like. So stand right over here. Stand in front.
Oh, this was so heavy. What?
Okay.
Thank you, Kenley. This is so easy now when we work together.
Okay, thanks guys. So just like that, if there's ever a time when something is really bothering you, or if you're really worried about something, especially lately, there's been so much change and going on the past couple months, Jesus is always someone, Jesus and God, that we can turn to and talk to if we are worried, or if we're scared, or we're afraid. So we know that we can always go to...
Or scary.
Dad. Or scared too. So we can always go to...
No, I said scary.
The adults in our lives, but we need to remember too that we can go to Jesus, and he can help us to kind of carry that box with us, to carry that load, to make it easier for us. So I actually have a picture book that How Big is God, that I wanted to read to you today. So this is a book that's by Lisa Ton Berggren, and the art is by Laura J. Bryant. And this book talks about kind of a child wondering about where God is, how big is God, how small is God, and I thought that it really matched with our gospel and what we were talking about today. Mom, where does God live? Why, he lives in your heart, his mother replied. The boy thought about that for a moment. If God is in my heart, he must be very, very tiny.
And his baby.
It's amazing, isn't it? He can be inside us, beside us, and all around us at the same time. If he's here with us, is he at our neighbor's house too? He can go anywhere he wants, all at once. Like a superhero, can he go through walls? Can he fly? He doesn't have to fly. He's already there. He's everywhere, from Antarctica to the North Pole, from Argentina to Zimbabwe. The boy whispered, but he's here with us right now? Right here, right now, with us, his mother whispered back. I don't get it. His mother nodded. You will. He can be as tiny as a tree seed, but what would that tree turn into? The tallest. What would that seed turn into? The tallest tree. He can be as small as a snowflake or as large as snowfields covering those mountains all at once. He can be as small as a single drop of rain or as deep as the deepest ocean. Is he with my friends? Asked the boy. Of course. His mother lowered her voice. And he's even with mean kids. They just don't see him. Is he invisible? At times, but God's everywhere around us if we train our eyes to see. He's like the wind. The same wind that can fly a kite also rushes over the peak of a mountain. That's right. Can he be at school? Your school, your friend's school, every school. Even when I go on the bus, even with you on the bus, when you play on the playground, even when you take tests. Can he reach the moon? The moon, the stars, everything. He can hold the whole universe in his hands. But Mom, how can he fit in so many places and still be so small? Think of him like sand, small enough to make a way into your sock or big enough to make a whole dune, a whole desert.
How about you go upstairs?
He's like the water, bubbling quietly in a mountain spring, but becoming a mighty waterfall. That's right. He's enormous, mammoth, gargantuan, but eensy weensy tiny too. Yes, you've got it now. The boys sighed, tired after their long day together. I'm glad that such a big God can still fit in my heart, Mom. Me too. Out of all the places God is, that's his favorite place to be. All right, so my helpers have run off, but I just thought that that book was kind of a good example how God is always with us. So he's in our heart, he's all around us, whether we're at school or we're at home or we're on the playground. Whenever we have those worries in our heart or those worries in our head, that we can always talk to Jesus with our worries and he can help us get through because he loves us so much. So that is all we have today. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and hopefully we'll see you soon.